Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Evolution review for Sunday, October 28th, 2018, from the Nassau Coliseum, or whatever it's called now, the NYCB Live or whatever, in Long Island, New York. First things first, got a haircut, and I got cut above my eye. So at a DJ gig, I don't know what happened. I bumped my head into something and cut my eye a little bit. Going into Evolution, set of my wall review that the anticipation for this pay-per-view about being the first ever all women's pay-per-view. A lot of great opportunities for the pay-per-view. So many possibilities for matches. Heading into the pay-per-view, it wasn't good. There's like 2 or 3 really good matches. The rest of the matches were just bundled together and treated like an afterthought, especially with the whole stupid crown jewel thing, which is still happening in Saudi Arabia despite everyone's hesitations, and of course, thousands of canceled subscriptions probably after the night. I'm not going to be one of them. This is my t-shirt. I had to pull this one out. I was trying to find my Becky Lynch shirt, but I couldn't find it. So I did wear it on a review a few weeks ago, but I couldn't find it. It's getting washed, I think. So, and despite the lack of a good, decent build, Evolution came and went, and I thought, and to be honest here, when people saying, "Oh, the build's shitty. Oh, it's me, Botchapalooza." The women put on a really good show, guys. Besides main event. But you gotta admit, the women's pay-per-view was a really good show. There was some good stuff. The matches that we knew were gonna deliver did. Including the real main event. And the others kind of surprised us. There was some decent stuff in here. And some standout performances from people despite losing. We also found out who won the Mae Young Classic. And, you see my subtitle, we did at least one new champion. So, let us begin. Before I begin, rating. Let's think about how to rate this. What is 7.0 actually? I was going to look the viewpoints for the main event, but I got to give the women credit. They did put on a good show. There was not as many botches as many people expected. So let's begin with the pre-show. Oh, we can't begin with that because there was no pre-show match on television. But there was a dark match I found out before the show. It was Rhea Ripley defending her newly won NXT UK Championship against Dakota Kai. Now Rhea Ripley was initially reportedly advertised to defend the NXT UK Championship on the pay-per-view. But NXT UK started airing on television finally a few weeks ago. And sadly, they're probably going to air the episode sooner because they're probably going to air the women's title match where Rhea Ripley won the title. So they can air it on the pay-per-view. But unfortunately, since her match that she won the title didn't air on TV yet, the match was pulled from the card on the pay-per-view. It was, like I said, on the house show. Dark match at least. And a lot of people are going to say house show vibe with the setting, despite somewhat not selling out. They set a sellout. And I did like the staging. House show or not, at least it's something fucking different with the staging, the little screen there. At least it's different instead of the usual freaking pay-per-view setup we've been having. I thought commentary was great. The crowd was great. So let us really begin with the main card. And first matchup was the tag team match. It was supposed to be a dream match. Man, this match went through a lot of changes. We were supposed to see 2 individual matches. Alexa Bliss against Trish. My favorite of all time against my current favorite WWE Women's Wrestler. And we're also going to see Lita against Mickie James. But both those matches got absorbed into a tag team match for a myriad of reasons. Because nobody cared about Lita and Mickie as a singles match. And the fact that Alexa Bliss got injured against Ronda Rousey and Hell in a Cell with an arm injury. But then, last weekend, Alexa Bliss got injured again by Ronda Rousey, suffering a concussion. That's why we didn't see her in the attack with Alicia Fox and Mickie James when they attacked Trish and Lita on Raw last week. Despite making it everybody praying that Alexa would get cleared, sadly, it was not to be. Alexa Bliss did not get clear in time. So sadly, it was Alicia Fox replacing Bliss with Mickie against Trish and Lita. Big disappointment because I was so looking forward to seeing Trish and Bliss in the ring. And hopefully they'll get another opportunity to get a Trish Bliss match at least one-on-one like we were supposed to. But even with the changes, this match was still a very fun opener. The right move to open up because Trish and Lita got a big response from the fans. As then came out, at least Bliss did come out with Mickie and Alicia. They had since it's kind of interesting. Walls Monday, yet they had a couple of teams dressed up like Halloween stuff early because Halloween's on Wednesday. You had Bliss and Fox and Mickie in Alice in Wonderland inspired gear. Alexa's known for a creepy outfit, especially dressing as Freddy Krueger and Harley Quinn and Chucky. Has now dressed up like Alice. You had the Mad Hatter being Alicia Fox, and Mickie James was the Queen of Hearts. Good outfits from these three. Trish and Lita just destroyed. Well, they look good, especially Trish looked more crisp than Lita. But Lita got better as the match went on. There were some decent spots in this, including a double poetry in motion. You know, a little homage to the Hardys. Because Lita got unstuck from the Hardys. And then after the big moves from Trish, Lita got in and she was going for a boots on one point. And Bliss did get involved, tripped up Lita for a bit. As Mickie got a little hands on Lita. The best was the only good thing about this match being changed to having these separate matches be singles is seeing Mickie and Trish get it on again. And they bought a little bit. And before Trish did some knife edge chops to Mickie in the corner, she kind of licked her hand. Kind of a little subtle comeback to Mickie doing this maybe at Mania 21, or 22, should I say. And great showing. Fox did okay. Yes, Fox should be replaced by somebody else. But bringing somebody else last minute with no story would not have helped. Because Fox does have a story being friends with Mickie and Bliss. But she did okay. I need to clarify. She did okay until the finish. Trish did, after a little exchange with Mickie, she did deliver the Stratus Bulldog. And referee was counting 1, 2. Referee didn't count 3 because Fox missed her cue and forgot to come in to break up the count. Referee had to stop counting because Fox missed her spot. But then after that little botch miscue from Foxy, they recovered quickly. When Lita came back in with the twist of fate to Foxy. And then Trish would deliver the chick kick on Mickie following a moonsault from Lita in the 1-2-3 victory for Trish and Lita. I will give this match a I gotta give these proper good ratings. About a 2.8. Because it was a fun match. I deduct a few points for the botch from Fox. There was the only noticeable thing about this match that was bad. Besides Lita's wing was. But she did look better early on. Trish looked more crisper. And I think she could have put on a good match against Bliss. If given a chance. And hopefully they will. So, and I thought this might be the moment when Stephanie would come out to announce the Women's Tag Team Championships. There was a bunch of rumors about that being made. And spoiler alert, that did not happen. Maybe let's save it for Monday. Anyway, on to the I Need a Paycheck Battle Royal. Now, I was like disappointed that all these great women, especially some that should have had singles matches, were lumped in this Battle Royal. But hey, they're making the best out of it. They made the best out of this situation. You had, of course, a bunch of legends in there. No surprises. We had no surprise entrance. No Eva Marie, and no other NXT call-ups, sadly. But we did get like Molly Holly, Kelly, Alexa Blaze, Ivory, Joey Wilson, Mrs. Undertaker, aka Michelle McCool, Maria. You also had, of course, the current talent. You had Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and Asuka, Naomi, who kind of interesting. She won the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania, yet she got nothing for it. Nothing happened out of that. She was here to win another Battle Royal. Ember Moon, Nia Jax, all them guys in there, and the Iconics. Who came out last? He got eliminated first. I call that spot. They were past shocking, and all the women went one after them, and they all got eliminated. Really going on, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, they eliminated a lot of people to begin the match here. Holly got eliminated by them. They also teamed up on Kelly. They was eliminated Toni Wilson. But then, Mandy realizes everyone for himself. She ended up turning on Sonya and eliminated Sonya. And she had that, I had to do it. But she got eliminated later on. But they had an early showing. You know, they looked good in that match. But the MVP of this Battle Royal was definitely Ember freaking Moon. This Battle Royal, which should have been a throwaway Battle Royal because it was a senseless Battle Royal with a lot of women just to get them on the card. It was a very entertaining Battle Royal. Everyone had a chance to shine here, not just Sonya and Mandy and Ember. Ivy did okay here. Ronda did okay as well. Like, every woman had a chance to shine here. Maria, and you had a lot of men supporting him. You had Maria's husband out there, mixed tag team partners, Carmella, supporting our troop, and of course, on this Battle Royal, speaking of Carmella for a second, there was a quadruple suplex. That was kind of cool with a bunch of women. They're all laid out. Carmella, who's not going to use the rope for us, underneath the bottom rope, because he had to go over the top. She had a dance break. And even Ivy joined in the fun. So that was kind of cool. Then we got back to action. So that was a cool little break there. The final four came down to Tamina, Nia Jax. Before we get to the final four, I did like one spot. After the Iconics got eliminated, you need to mention that it was like a great standout with the legends against the newbies. So that was kind of a cool little homage there. Then, now, forever, you know. So like I said, final four was Tamina. What we thought was the final four was Tamina, Nia Jax, Emma, and Dana Brooke was in it for some reason, and she took a big bump. She got eliminated. You mentioned that. And Asuka. Those are the final four. Asuka, Tamina, Nia Jax, and Moon. And Ember was definitely MVP because she eliminated Asuka for the Battle Royal. And then Tamina got eliminated. And then it came down to Nia and Ember. And we thought that was it. But then another woman came down that also snuck underneath the Battle Rope, and I didn't see it. It was Zelina Vega. She tried to capitalize and try to eliminate both women, but that didn't happen. And then she got quickly eliminated by both Nia and Ember. And the crowd was so on Ember's side because she had a great performance in this Battle Royal. Everyone wanted Ember to win. But sadly, Ember Moon did get eliminated by Nia Jax. Nia eliminated a lot of people, including the final elimination. So Nia Jax wins the Battle Royal to get the future. You mentioned that the winner got a future opportunity at a women's title of the respective brand. What would have happened if Legend would have won? But hey, Nia won. Now, a lot of possible reasons why we saw Nia Jax win. Of course, the smart mark reason is, oh, because her cousin's Roman, and Roman got cancer. That's why she won. So, that's reason number one in many people's eyes. Two, oh, because she's on Total Divas. Another reason, too. Now, other reason. Ember Moon would have lost to whoever's champion. It didn't matter who won the main event tonight versus Nikki Bella or Rousey. Ember would have lost to either one of them. So I'd rather have Nia Jax lose to him than see Ember get buried. Yeah, on a storyline basis, Nia Jax does kind of, especially if Rousey wins the main event, we would see a Nia Jax-Rousey rematch because Money in the Bank, the first women's title opportunity for Rousey, was against Nia. And Nia was about to tap out to the armbar till Alexa Bliss came in with the Money in the Bank briefcase that she had just won hours before and caused a DQ. And of course, eventually would cash in. So Nia and Rousey's match never really ended conclusively. It was an inconclusive finish. So it'd make a lot of sense storyline-wise for Nia to get another shot against Rousey, especially if Rousey would to win the main event tonight. You know, because they have kind of unfinished business because there was no real winner. But is Nia going to be a heel again like she was in the feud against Rousey? But we'll see what direction they take. And Nia was very emotional after the match. And also another reason, because she's a role model. You know, she's a big girl doing big things, you know. Don't let weight or looks fool you. Do whatever you do. Don't let the critics hold you down. Don't let the cynics hold you down for who you are. Be who you are. You know, very inspirational story. Although her first title run was okay. But hey, she's still an inspirational story. But I think Ember should have won. But Ember will get her day in the sun, in my opinion. But Ember fans NXT days. But at least she was one of the great performers. Despite losing effort, she looked really good in there. And prayerfully, it leads to bigger things for her. It gets used a lot more. With this being the Ronda Rousey show, Emma's been shoved on there. But hey, at least she is Braun Strowman's opponent in the Mixed Match Challenge. 3.0 I'll get his Battle Royale. Better than it should have been. With a very questionable winner, but hey, interesting choice. None whatsoever. Now on to one of the best matches of the night. One of many good matches. The Mae Young Classic Final. Mae Young Classic 2 Finals. It's Shirai against Toni Storm. Now, I've been watching on Mae Young Classic. I thought this Mae Young Classic was maybe as good or even better than last year's Mae Young Classic. Some really good matches, especially that semifinal against Toni Storm and Mako Satomura. Amazing semi. We did see Mako in the crowd alongside Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox was supposed to be in the finals, from what I've heard, but she got sadly hurt in a match against Rhea Ripley. It would have been awkward because she was by Ripley was sitting with her, and Tamara Conti. So we saw a lot of competitors at ringside cheering on the finalists, and this was a very good match with these two. Kind of slow burn, very good spots in this. I love the moonsault from Io Shirai on the outside. She kind of moonsaulted onto Storm on the outside. And then they were balling the apron for a bit. Storm would try to do the Storm Zero on the apron, but then she did a nasty suplex on the apron. Nasty bump that Io took in that. It was a very back and forth action, very close action. Both women went for the finishers. We did see Toni Storm did try the Storm Zero again. She connected it, but Io would kick out of it. Big moves from both women. The finish would come as Io was trying to set up Toni for the big ICI moonsault, but Toni would block her the knees up, turn it into the Storm Zero, connected it for a second time, and the 1, 2, 3, hell yeah, Toni Storm wins the Mae Young Classic. I'm happy she won. Great story for her. She lost in the semis to eventual winner Kairi Sane last year, and now she wins this. And I'm not a racist guy. I like Io, but I think it was the right move to not have a Japanese person win the Mae Young Classic for the second year in a row. Especially we already had 2 Japanese winners of things. Of course, 2 Japanese people win the Royal Rumbles. Yet they didn't do shit with them after they won. But anyway, both came out to different themes, by the way. I liked Io's theme in the Mae Young Classic, though. But cool things nonetheless. Big celebration for Toni with Triple H, Stephanie, and Sarah D'Amato at ringside. We didn't see Kairi come out because, of course, Kairi has a match later on against Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship to get ready for. That's why we didn't see her come out. Congratulate Toni and Io on a job well done. 3.5 for this one. Really exciting, hard-hitting matchup. One of the best of the night. And the right person, and both will go on to great things. You know, I'm impressed by both women. I saw Toni in Chicago at a Progress show this past August in a tag match in a mixed tag against her fellow Mae Young Classic competitor, the one she knocked out in the very first round, Progress Women's Champion Ginny. So, there gets the Stony man. Toni deserves it. She's good looking, and she's a metalhead, and she's a crew head like me, and Dolph Ziggler. Now on to a 6-woman tag match with the Riott Squad, also in costume. They paid respects to horror imagery. With one of them was Leatherface, I think Whoopi was Jigsaw, and Liv was paying homage to Pennywise. Taking on Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Natalya. Sad to see the Sasha Bayley story. You know, they had a great potential story with the breakup angle. You know, teasing where they're going to break up. It was a long fucking angle. And the payoff was a fucking 6-woman tag match at Evolution instead of a fucking singles match. But even with that, this was a decent 6-woman tag. The MVPs were the fucking Riott Squad. These women put on the best performance they had on the main roster. They just isolated the hell out of Bayley and Sasha throughout the match. And we saw the second biggest spot of the night coming from Sasha Banks. God, I love Sasha. Man. I've been a Sasha fan, but man, she botches those dives. Doesn't she or what? Anyway, she tried to do suicide dive at one point. She kind of botched it, but Riott Squad saved it by catching her. They're probably going to catch her anyway, but she kind of botched that and got taken down by Riott Squad to be caught at that botched dive attempt. That was the only noticeable botch I saw, besides the Fox botch of breaking up the count. Although I think a lot of people were like, they're going to see more botches, but there wasn't a lot. But, so, Riott Squad, like I said, they just dominated throughout the match, but despite that great effort, the faces, sadly, as I had feared, went over. All the women came back with some big moves, including a double sharpshooter at one point from Natalya. That was before the finish. We saw Natty get in with a big power bomb to Liv Morgan. Then Bayley would hit the Macho Man elbow. And then Sasha would come in for the Fog Splash in the victory for the good girls. We also need to mention we did see a double team belly to belly bank statement combo. I thought that was going to be the finish, but that wasn't it. But his triple team little finish was the finish. 3.3 for this one. Maybe 3.2. Yes, Riott Squad should have won, but hey, like I said with Ember Moon, in a losing effort, this is the best showing they've had. You know, as a team, they looked really strong in there. All three women had a chance to shine in there. And at least Ruby didn't eat the pain. Liv Morgan did. So, he still look kind of strong here. But, hey, you need to make people cheer the good girls. So now on to the other good match of the evening. The NXT Women's Title match. Shayna Baszler challenging Kairi Sane. And there are a feud that needed to end a long time ago. But it was still a fun match nonetheless. Kairi targeted Shayna a lot in this scenario. Of course, Shayna, be more importantly, she was the submission magician, focusing on Kairi's arm and leg on the match, trying to get the submission on her and everything. So we saw a lot of NXT competitors at ringside, including, most notably, Shayna's 4 horsewomen friends. The 2 others that have joined the Performance Center. Jessamine Duke. And I forget the other girl's name. But, anywho, both women just put on a clinic and a very good story. We've got a good spot was, like I said, the arm was targeted by Baszler, especially snapping the arm of Kairi Sane during the match. Pentagon Jr. style. Zero Miedo. God love him. Cannot wait for Ultima Lucha Quattro. Starting to watch Lucha Underground a lot. Cannot wait to Ultima Lucha Quattro. Especially Zero Miedo match against Marty the Muff Martinez. The first one against Imperial was insane. I saw that one recently. But not about Lucha. Let's talk about the women. Both women just going back and forth. Big brawling from women. Of course, Shayna was going for submissions. Of course, Kairi was trying to go for the insane elbow. But they get some big moves until midway towards the match. As Kairi was going for, probably was setting up for the elbow. Then all of a sudden, the 4 horsewomen came from the crowd, started getting involved, tripping up Kairi for a bit. And Shane, Baszler, should I say, did try to capitalize on it. But then Kairi would come back with a big move. And then after more interference from Jessamine Duke, should be more important that she was the one to get involved. And that distraction did get capitalized on by Shayna as she got the choke on to Kairi. And Kairi sadly would pass out. And Shayna Baszler is the first ever 2-time NXT Women's Champion we've seen multi-time champions in the other divisions. We've seen two-time NXT champions, two-time NXT Tag Team champion. Now the only NXT championship that has had a two-timers club has been the NXT North American Championship. Because now we have a two-time NXT Women's Champion in Shayna Baszler. Surprising that they would have the title change here. 3.7 for this one. Because it was just hard-hitting, exciting match with these two women. And interesting finish. And Riott introduced the remaining 4 horsewomen to the NXT fold on screen. But the big question is, who's next for Shayna? Who's the biggest babyface that could challenge Shayna for the title now? Unless it's Kairi Sane. Probably Nikki Cross. You know, she did, in a losing effort, take on Shayna at NXT TakeOver Chicago 2 this past June. Maybe she get another match. Maybe you can see a face turn for Bianca Belair. Candice LeRae, maybe as a little consolation for her husband's heel turn. So there's that. Now on to the match of the night and the real main event of the evening. This should have been main event. I'm sorry. Sorry, Nikki Ronda. This match should have been main event, and everybody fucking knows it. The last women's standing match. Not the first ever Michael Cole. First ever WWE main roster. Not first ever period. First ever was in NXT. Against Nikki Cross and Asuka, which was amazing. But it was the last woman standing for the SmackDown Women's Championship as Becky Lynch. Getting cheered up the ass, as many people expected, was defending her title against Charlotte Flair. We gotta get a standing off these two women. These two deserved this kind of match. And like Nikki Cross and Asuka before them, they got the last woman standing match that they fucking deserved. They deserved to put on the physical match that they deserved. And this was just excellent. The feud, the story about everything just capitalized into this. Great blow off. Lots of great weapon spots. We saw candlesticks and tables. So many great spots I need to mention. There was a couple of table spots. The first major table spot, there was a table brought into the ring. Charlotte did try a moonsault onto Becky on the table, but the table didn't break the first time around. But Becky did get put through that table eventually the second time when Charlotte did like a backward splash onto her through the table in the ring. So, there's that. Then, Becky they were brawling the outside a bit, especially when Becky trying to win off. They bet on the crowd a bit, and then using the German announce table, not the Spanish one, surprisingly, Becky would do a big leg drop through the German announce table onto Charlotte. That was a great spot as well. We saw more innocent spot and chair spots, including a clever spot when Charlotte, after the table exploding spot, after that big leg drop from Becky put all the chairs, announcers' chairs, and a bunch of chairs she put into the ring onto Charlotte, and Charlotte still got out of it. And the look on Becky's face after that was worth the million words, especially the look on Charlotte's face too. Through the brawl by the entrance ramp. We didn't see the entrance screen get smashing, and I thought that would be the ending. Be a callback to the SmackDown match ending. That was the match that would set up this one. But the ending was interesting. I'll say that much. They got another table brought in. Before we get to the ending, another great creative spot was Charlotte doing a figure 8 onto Becky while trapped in a ladder. Ladder was, like I said, ladder was brought in the match in various ways with that spot. And of course, like I said, Becky doing a leg drop onto Charlotte off a ladder to the German announce table. But now, the absolute finish. Becky and Charlotte were brawling a bit on the outside. Then Becky, I think it was either on the apron or the top. I think it was the top rope. I think Charlotte was trying to go for a moonsault. Another moonsault off the floor, but then Becky would get back up and would powerbomb Charlotte through the table on the outside. And I thought Charlotte was going to get up from that, but Charlotte, at the count of 9, fell back down, and Becky Lynch would retain the SmackDown Women's Championship after the referee did got the count of 10 after Charlotte fell back down again after the count of 9. So, interesting way to end it, but it was still an amazing last woman standing match. These two just deserved everything they got. Physical battle, awesome story, 4.5, match of the night for sure. And these two had a great blow-off, and this is the match they both deserved. But what they really deserved was to be the main event. But once again, SmackDown can't catch a fucking break in these pay-per-views. The A show, the flagship show, always has to get the fucking main event, no matter who it is, even if it's Roman Reigns or Nikki Bella or Ronda Rousey. AJ Styles can't main event a pay-per-view if his life depends on it. And same with Becky Lynch. She can't main event a pay-per-view, even the best feud, the best story, the blow-up match, did not get the main event this pay-per-view. Fucking bullshit. But what did was Nikki Bella challenging Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Of course, Nikki accompanied by Brie. We're all going to forget that Brie was told by Nikki, I wish she didn't come out of the womb a few years ago. Awkward. Anyway, this match was just... Ugh. They knew they had a tough task to do. To follow the women's title match from Charlotte and Becky, SmackDown Women's title match. They knew there was no chance in hell that these two were going to top it. They tried their damnedest, but not even close. Rousey did destroy Nikki early. A lot of interference from Brie. There was one cool little spot when Ronda did double judo throw on both Nikki and Brie at one point. After Brie's involvement cost her a little bit. A lot of shenanigans from Brie in this match. Rousey did okay this match, but she had to carry a lot with Nikki not doing a lot of stuff. There was some big botches in this one, more than any other match, but still. Nikki tried to come back with big moves, including the Rack Attack 2.0, but even that couldn't take down Rousey. After that, Rousey came roaring back. Some big moves, and after Brie's involvement yet again, she got tossed over the announce table by Rousey, keeping her out of the ending. So then the finish came with the Alabama Slam from Nikki, and then she did do the Rack Attack 2.0, and then Rousey would kick out of it. And then as Nikki was going to the top for a big move, Rousey would come up and would come in with a big small package slam onto Nikki onto the wing, counter into the armbar, and Nikki started tapping. Rousey retained the Raw Women's Championship. A 2.3 for this one. Not as bad as a match against Bliss and Hell in a Cell. Long matches kind of expose her. But hey, it was okay. She got to kiss Travis Brown, her boyfriend. Nia Jax looked on backstage as the rest of the roster, women's roster, with Triple H and Stephanie came out to congratulate Rousey. That's how we end the pay-per-view. Most of the roster, women's roster, out there to celebrate Rousey's big victory over Nikki. And a big victory for women's empowerment, even though this is probably a PR move to cover the fact they're going back to Saudi Arabia. Anyway, even with that intention, with this many people's eyes seen it as a PR show to cover the fact that they were in Saudi Arabia again, this was a really good show. You gotta admit it. Even the most cynical person has to freaking admit these women put on a really good show, besides the main event. The matches, we knew the Mae Young Classic Final, the NXT Women's Championship match, and the last Women's Standing match would be the best big matches of the night. And they were the best matches of the night, especially Charlotte and Becky. The matches that were just lumped together last minute, they were entertaining in their own different ways. The Battle Royal was entertaining. Trish and Lita against, sadly not Bliss, Fox and Mickie was good. And then the six-woman tag, the pointless six-woman tag, was entertaining, more entertaining than it should have been. Especially the performance of the Wyatt Squad. So that was my thoughts of the Evolution pay-per-view. Give me your thoughts in the comments section. I've been seeing some people commenting on my videos lately. So thank you for that. Comment more about your favorite stuff about this pay-per-view and what's next for Rousey besides Nia Jax. So, see y'all later. Once again, we're rating 7.0 for this event. Very entertaining. And great showing for the women. Maybe we'll get another one. And rightfully, we'll get the white main event. With that being said, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.